Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk podcast. We got the shitheads, main event Jay and Reese. What's happening, boys?
What's going on?
What's up, fella?
Living a dream. How's everybody doing?
Been a rough week, guy.
All right. How about you, Jay?
Yeah, rough couple days, but whatever. It doesn't matter. You got to hanker down.
That's right. Well, I tell you what, things are going to get a little bit better here in a minute because we got one of the biggest names on the indie scene with his tag team, but now he's branching out into the singles world, and he got a new championship not too long ago, and he's known as as you can see, the Metahuman, and it is Duke Davis. What's up, Duke?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Good.
I'm good, man. I'm here.
Welcome to Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk podcast, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Pleasure is all ours.
You know, we got to get the hottest guy on the indie scene right now. You know, we gotta make our ratings go up a little bit better, so we had to get you on.
Oh man, I hope things ain't that bad. You got to get me on to talk.
Well, believe me and Stryker and Reese by our own, we ain't getting it done, guy. We got to get people on.
I hope I helped out.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I see the ratings going up already.
Yeah, man.
So you know, we're gonna talk some wrestling with you, Duke, and then we're gonna have a little bit of fun with you towards the end.
Cool.
And so Reese, let's get this started. Let's go.
All right, so Duke, for the wrestling fans that don't know you, who is Duke Davis?
That's a good question, man. That's a real good question. But I mean, Duke Davis is a guy from Norfolk, Virginia. He came to I came to Pittsburgh around 2001, and I didn't start actually training because I was playing football for Robert Morris University. I was a defensive end. Played there, graduated 2006, and then I started working. I always had dreams and aspirations of becoming a wrestler, but I moved kind of slow. I was doing had other goals that I wanted to do first, you know, but my dream always came back to wrestling. So I want to say roughly around like 2015, 2016, around there. I started training. I trained down at what's called PWX in McKeesport. I trained with my trainer is Brandon Kay and Crusher Hansen, which became Stronghold out in Uniontown. So now it's Rise Wrestling. So I was one of the first students at Stronghold. I was because it was a bunch of us. You know, I don't like name dropping, but I'll do it for the sake of you guys need ratings. But so one of the guys that everyone probably knows well is Lee Moriarty. I trained with Lee. I trained with David Lawless. I trained with Lewis the Nerd, and Laura Lovelace, female wrestler. Gina, Honey Badger. Just to drop some names for people just to look it up. Sean Phoenix as well. So that was my training class.
Oh, nice.
What was your major in college?
Oh, in college, man, majored in business management. Yeah, got a degree there. Got that piece of paper. I went to school, to be honest with you. I went to school because I wanted to play football, but my driving force going to school was like I wanted to do something to like be, example for my family. You know what I'm saying? So I want to do that example for my family. Also, my mom wanted me to go to school. If it was up to me, I'd probably be a knucklehead, running around Virginia. Because I was more into having fun than studying, and then more than having fun than actually playing football. Even when I went to college, so like when I got into school, it was I had a situation where like I was flunking out. I was one of those kids that get the letter sent home. This kid is like, I had like a 1.2 or something like that my freshman year. It was awful, man. But I had a great time. I was having a great time in school, you know what I mean? And then one day my mom was like, you got options. She said, you can either A, continue going to school, B, you can not go to school, but you're going to get a job, or C, go to the Army. So those were my options right there. So I was like, all right, let me get my stuff together. And that helped motivate me to finish my college career, get a degree, and play football.
Well,
very cool. You always got to listen to mom.
Yeah, man. When you're 19, you're faced with those type of options of coming home, getting a job. And she told me, she said, you're not going to live here. You're going to get out of my house because you're a grown man. I'm not taking care of any grown men. You know, I got 2 little sisters. So she was like, I already got kids in the house that I'm taking care of. I'm not taking care of no grown man. So you're going to have to either go to school or you're getting out of this house. So when you face those type of options, man, you figure out real quick what you should be doing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That hits home, Jay, huh? With the again, letters sent home and
yeah. That 1.2 rings a bell. Absolutely.
Because those letters, man, they don't send them because it's like it's funny because they send them and it's like your name's on them, right? But you live with your family, live with your mother. She's opening your mail, you know. So she sees it and she's like, what is this? She sees my grade point average. Can they put it plain? They put as big as day. Like everything else is in regular font. I think about this. This is like you dry snitching like a little bit. Like everything else is in regular font. Everything else is a regular Times like was it new Times Roman, something like that. Whatever, it's regular font. But the grade point average is in a different type of font and it's bold. It's like huge. So she didn't even read the whole thing. She just saw the 1 point whatever and was like, you need to get your life together. You know what I mean?
Well, I had the first 9 weeks in my freshman year, I got a D in biology, and I got threatened by, you get another grade like that, you're not playing football anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get any more D's.
Yeah. Those threats, it's like as a kid, man, those threats is like everything, you know?
Yeah.
I can remember jumping off the bus and trying to beat mom home, and I'd run through the garage trying to get to the mailbox, and I see her car in the garage. I'm like, son of a bitch, she got me again.
Right. They always get home fast when you're up to something, right? It's like they always 5 minutes before, you know? But on any other day, this is the funny thing, on any other day, man, I get the mail, you know? On any other day. If for some reason I didn't get the mail, my mom got it, and I got hit with all this stuff, you know?
That's the way it works.
So did you start in college when you played football? Did you start?
Yeah, I played funny little story, but I was that guy that had all the talent in the world, potential. Coach always said, you got all this potential. But I was the guy that like would stand in the back of the line and like not try to get any drills in my freshman year. And then because I knew I wouldn't get in the game. So I was a practice dummy my freshman year, basically. Crash test dummy. You go out there and you go against the ones and you get beat up. I don't care who you are, like, 18, 19-year-old kid, you're going against guys that 300 pounds, benching 400, you're going to get beat up. So it is what it is, right? So I was going through and it was just like, I remember my coach asked me, like, man, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to be this guy? Like, because this is not what we recruit you for. And I'm like, no, I'm going to get it together. And like, man, when I went up one year, I had to go for summer school. And it felt like everybody was there for summer school. All the starters was there for summer school. All the guys, like this guy named Sam Dorsett, he's in the Hall of Fame there. And a real good friend of mine, he was just like telling me like his story. And And I remember we just hung out a lot, working out with those guys. So like, I started wanting. Then I got the itch. Now I want to get on the field, right? So now I'm doing all the drills, and this was my sophomore year. Didn't happen until the last game of the season. The last game of the season. This is hilarious. The last game of the season. No, first and last game. We're playing Wagner out in Moon Township, and the starting DN got hurt. His replacement disappeared. He just like disappeared off the face of the earth. His name was Ron Blue. He just disappeared. I don't know, Ron Blue, wherever you at, thank you for disappearing. But he just disappeared. Went to Ohio or something. I don't know. People say this is the same on the side of the road, panhandling. I don't know what happened to Ron Blue. But I was next on the chart, right? So he broke his hand. He never gets hurt. Never comes out the game. So I'm like, I'm cool. I got in one thigh pad, I put Tootsie Rolls in. The other thigh pad, I put sunflower seeds. So I'm over here popping sunflower seeds, eating Tootsie Rolls in between, drinking the Gatorade, well, it was Powerade, drinking Powerade and drinking water. So I'm thinking, I'm not getting the game. The guy gets hurt. I didn't even know he got hurt because I'm already at the other end of the field, like all the way, like I'm not even into the game. I have no idea what's going on. And all of a sudden I just hear them call me to get in the game. And I'm like, what? They're like, yo, so-and-so just got hurt, man. Get in the game. Alex, his name is Alex. Alex just got hurt, man. Get in the game. So I get in the game, and I'm like, what is going on? My stomach bubbling and all that. It sounds like a crazy story, but like it was third down. And I made the tackles the fourth down, right? So I'm coming off the field, everyone's dapping me up, all this other stuff. My stomach is bubbling, right? Bubbling. Played the whole game, whatever. We won. We don't win it. And I just, from that point on, I started every year till I graduated.
Oh,
Well, I started
nice.
every game, till I graduated.
So how big in college was you? Because I mean, now you're freaking huge.
I had a problem in college, man. My metabolism was way too fast. So like the biggest I ever got, I was 6'5" in college still, but the biggest I ever got, I was like 6'3", 6'5". I went up a couple of years. I sprouted up, but when I ended, I was 6'5". But the biggest I ever got was like 225.
So I hate having that problem. Sorry about that. I hate having that problem, having a high metabolism, if you can tell. All three of us have that same.
It was hard gaining weight for me. It was difficult. I tried everything. Like the shakes, the freaking protein shakes, the freaking meal plans, the everything, man. And the biggest I ever got was 225. So when I got into wrestling, I had like stopped working out for a while. Felt a little bit of a depression, and something told me, you need to start working out. Because something told me I wanted to wrestle, right? It's like 2015. That's when I met Jack Pollock. I met Jack down in Allegheny Center Mall, and he was working or whatever. And I remember just talking to him, and he was telling me about this place called PWX. And I took down the information, whatever, and we just, I always talk to him. I see him every day, basically, right? And he was like, man, when you gonna try out? When you gonna try out? And I remember thinking, like, man, you can't try out. You ain't even big enough. You know what I mean? So I started working out, and so I got to a point where at one point, man, I was like 185 pounds. 185 pounds does not look good when you're 6'5". Let me tell you. All right, like a harsh wind, not even a harsh wind. That's a normal wind could blow you away. So I was like a little twig, right? So I just started working out, man, and I took it seriously. I took my nutrition seriously, and my body just started. How they say, like, sometimes the muscles take a while to mature. And I think I was just one of those guys that just took a while to mature, and then I just sprouted. You know what I mean? I got bigger. Like right now, I'm probably sitting at roughly between 275, 280. So like things just like came into play, and like, age and your metabolism is still high, but I know how to trick it. You know what I mean? I know what I need to do. I got a nutrition coach. I got a workout coach that helps me out. His name is Jason Peterson. He's a really good guy.
Well, it definitely shows, man. You're in fucking great shape. Shit,
Appreciate it, man.
I don't know how old you are, but you said age or whatever. But damn, you can't be that old.
I'm 40.
No, get out of here.
Yeah, I'm 40 years old, man.
Oh my good! I would have never thought that.
Yeah,
Hey.
man. 40.
Hey, Striker, we went wrong somewhere.
Yeah. He said muscle matures. I'm still waiting for mine to mature.
Yeah, man. You just got to give us some time, man. Just give us some time, you know.
I gave it 44 years.
Yeah, man. You know what? Look, I couldn't do a push-up. I couldn't do 10 push-ups when I was 32. When I was 32 years old, well, no, 31, I couldn't do 10 push-ups. And I told my girlfriend, my girlfriend at the time, which became my wife, I told her at the time, I was like, yo, I can't do push-ups. I need to go to the gym. And she just looked at me. She was like, but for what? She was like, I was like, yo, I think I want to become a wrestler. She was like, well, you're gonna have to do more than just go to the gym. You know what I mean? You have to learn how to wrestle, do this other stuff. And like, I remember she went out and bought me WWE 2K. It was either 13, I think, around that time. 13 or 14, one of those. She went out and bought that for me. And I still got it to this day. But yeah, that helped me form like what I want myself to look like. You know what I mean?
Very cool.
Cool.
Well, I would have never guessed you was 40. I was honestly going to say 28. I honestly thought that.
Man. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Let's go with that, man. Let's go with that.
You got it, man.
So what promotions do you currently work for, or have you in the past?
In the past, man, I work for everybody, man. In this area, PWX, work for Rise, Imagine, Revenge, of course, IWC, Blackcraft, which was crazy.
I heard about that.
Yeah, this is a
That's no
documentary.
more, right?
Hold on, right quick. Let me do some. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Man. Hold on.
Yeah, I was looking up his career titles, and I seen Blackcraft, and I'm like, what in the hell is that?
They came to Pittsburgh, I think, once or twice, and I heard it was crazy. Facebook user says hard to believe he's 40. I know.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean,
All right, I was trying to look for it. It's somewhere in my closet. But the Blackcraft tag team titles, me and Gainer still hold those.
Wow.
It's deep in my closet, man. I'm not about to dig it out. But there's another place we work for. We got another title that I don't know if we're going to defend it again, but it's Remix Pro Wrestling. That's out in Marietta, Ohio. So, and I was making reference to Revenge. Here goes the Revenge tag titles. Right here. So we'll be out there on November 23rd. So yeah, we work for Blackcraft, Beyond Wrestling in Massachusetts, AEW, of course. We had a tryout with WWE. We worked for Future of Honor. Man, I'm just running them down. And I said Imagine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Imagine. I'm probably forgetting a lot of other ones, but those are the ones that I think these users will know.
So how was it working with Blackcraft? I mean, I heard some stories about that.
I'm sorry. AIW, that's like our second home right there. So yeah.
Nice.
How was it working for Blackcraft, man? So I've never had, people, these horror stories about not getting paid. My check always cleared. Always cleared. Me and Gaines' check always clear. So I don't know about not getting paid thing. I got paid. We got paid very well. Very well. It was a little, I put it like this, man. I think Blackcraft was like the preamble to AEW, to be honest with you. A lot of the guys that's on AEW now a lot of guys were on Blackcraft. If you ever look at the first show when they did Burning Bridges, a lot of guys that was there, for instance, like Butch and the Blade, they're on AEW. We went against them in a tag team, like a scramble match. I mean, the Chris brothers was there, of course. I think let me see who else. Like we faced in that match, M Dog, Matt Cross, and Josh Prohibition. You know,
Oh
their names
wow.
is crazy in the industry. Yeah, man. It was and then Luchasaurus was there for a minute. Brody, the big guy, Brody King, I think.
I love him, man.
Yeah, he was there. Zicky Dice, you know, like a lot of people that ended up on television were there, man.
Wow. And that was in the middle of a church, wasn't it?
Yeah. That place is like a hotel now. It's actually a hotel. It was a church, I believe, years ago, but they like reconstructed it and turned it to a church, turned it to a hotel.
That's crazy.
That's Pittsburgh, man. Like we got so many churches in Pittsburgh, man. Like when I don't even know how like churches become anything around here because there's like so many churches, and then it's like what happens to the people? Did they just leave and go to another church? Because there's so many abandoned churches in PA, in Western PA, there's a ton of abandoned churches. So you can do a lot of things with abandoned churches out here.
Right. Huh. I never even thought about that.
I went to a concert at Mr. Small's Theater there.
Yeah.
I walked up the steps and just the outside of it, I thought, why is this in a church? And then I went in, and obviously it's not in a church, but
right. But it still looks like it, you know. We wrestled for Enjoy Wrestling too. Yeah, so we've been around for a while.
Awesome.
So do you have any dream opponents, whether it be like as a Sailors competitor or like in a tag match with Gannon, or
What do you mean? Like, do I have? You mean like as
like
far as
a dream opponent? Like it could be.
Oh,
know,
we already did that. We already done did it. We faced the Hardys.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You know, that was a dream opponent. That was I don't think in this modern era the next team would be the Dudleys, the Dudley boys. You know, in this modern era, I think a lot of teams look at of course they look at the Young Bucks, but if you look behind the Young Bucks, see how they operate, it's Matt and Jeff. You know, in this modern era, a lot of teams are just Matt and Jeff or Christian and Edge clones, you know, or the Dudley boys. Everyone's from that tree, you know what I mean? So like with us wrestling the Hardys, man, that kind of like checked it off for me, you know. That was like, where I'm gonna go from here, you know? What's next? I guess FTR would be another, opponent, but I think my dream opponent already happened, you know. Wrestling Matt and Jeff, that's top of the top, man.
Right. Now, Lund, don't get it twisted. He said the Dudley boys, not the Lundy boys.
Lundy boys. Who's the Lundy boys?
So him and our buddy dressed up.
Okay.
It's a complete ripoff.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It sounds fun. I love it.
That's funny.
The beginning of this year, you took a hiatus. Like we won't get into that.
Oh, we can if you want to talk about it. I'm an open book. It's up to you, man.
We'll
go with your question, though.
We'll kind of play into it here.
Yeah.
So you had your hiatus at the beginning of the year, and then you returned at Cage Fury.
Yeah.
So I guess what I want to ask is how in that layoff, like how did you find the motivation, or what was your motivation that made you think, oh, I need to get back in the ring? And
I see what you're saying. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good question. How did I find the motivation? I don't know if I ever sat down and said I need to find it. Like I already had it. You know what I mean? But it was more like I need to take care of my world first. You know what I mean? Because I was in hell. You know, to put it plainly, I was in hell. So mental hell. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't actually in hell, like physically, but I was in mental hell. And I think I was like soul searching and trying to find myself. Because you asked me, who is Duke Davis. I've been thinking about who is Duke Davis for a very long time because I'm a totally different person than I was, prior to my wife passing, right? So in that time, you have a lot of time to yourself, right? Some people do good with times to themselves. Some people can really find themselves and all that. I don't. I don't do well with time on my hands. I don't do well with not doing anything, not having anything constructive to do. So during that time, it was like, what else do I do? So I kind of like, all right, I started working out in my house. I started stockpiling all this gym equipment, right? And I didn't have the motivation until I put all the stuff together, right? I didn't have inspiration. I had the motivation because I wanted to get back in the ring eventually, right? So I knew I wanted to get back in the ring. That was for sure. But I didn't know when. So during that time, I was just working out and I was watching the shows, watching clips and just watching videos and seeing what the guys are doing and watching AEW, just watching WWE. It was watching nothing but wrestling for a while, right? And I know it was hard for me to do it, but I just forced myself to do it, right? Because I didn't know when I was coming back. So I'm like thinking like, all right, what I got to do to find this motivation, to find this reason to start, get back in there. And it was simple as I was just watching the show and then I just pictured not ever doing it again, right? I got that picture in my mind, like, you're never going to get in the ring again. What does that look like for your life? And I was thinking, like, you know what? That's not good. I need to finish the story, so to speak, right? That's what everyone's saying. We got to finish the story. And I was like, you didn't get into this thing to quit. And I remember I had a conversation with my wife before, all this happened. And I was telling her about my just some ills of being in this game, right? I was kind of down on myself, losing my confidence. And she just told me, she's like, you're not the type of person to quit. You're not the type of person to quit. You're going to find a way. She said, I believe you're going to find a way. And you're going to do great things. And I'm going to be here for you when you do. And she pulled me out, So in that, I just kept remembering that conversation. And I was like, you know what? Nah, the story ain't over. And I just told the guys, like, I'm coming back in August. Period. I'm coming back in August, and that's it. Which kind of it's interesting because kind of like full circle, we debuted at IWC in August of 2000. I think it was 2018. So we debuted there against the fraternity, Trent Gibson and Channing Tatum. So Channing Decker. Wow, that's a whole different guy.
Tatum.
We didn't wrestle Channing. That'd be cool though, right? But Channing Decker, my fault. He's gonna hate me for saying that. But yeah, so we debuted against those guys, right? And that was the first night we was there. And then my debut back was the same night, the same show, Cage Fury.
Larry, you got that video?
Oh yeah, I do. Hang on one second. I forgot to play it at the beginning. Such a dope.
Hey, it's good. It fits in perfect right where we
I've actually never seen it.
Oh, okay. All right, hang on. Here we go.
Duke Davis is here! Duke Davis! We haven't seen Duke Davis in months! Justin Plummer has no idea what's going on!
Wow.
And then pulled a cane and ripped the cage or the door off the cage, man. Watching that, I got chills.
It was crazy, man.
Reese, do you remember we were there? Do you remember we were going through social media and we're like, damn, Duke's in LA or wherever that place was. He got us. Then next thing you know, you're popping up. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
he got us.
Yeah, that was definitely a special moment there.
But no, I was in LA. I came back probably a day before. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Well, we're glad you did.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Facebook user says TME back to Imagine Wrestling. Two great guys.
Yeah, appreciate that. We'll be there soon. Soon, hopefully.
Nice. I like to hear that.
So let's talk about the Super Indy 22 tournament.
Oh, you want to see that
23.
too?
23, right? Not 22, 23.
When did 22?
22.
No,
22.
oh,
22
I
years.
thought it was, wow.
Yeah, 22 years.
All right.
So what at the end of Cage Fury, you declared your entry in the you were the final entrant into the tournament.
Well, I asked first, very nicely, I guess. And what happened was, actually, I asked and they didn't say anything, and then they posted a poll, who should be entered, and they had like all these names, or whatever, and I was like the top voted name to be entered to the tourney. So really, the fans voted me in. So the fans had something to do with that, yeah.
So there was a bunch of big names in that tournament there. You had Hammerstein and Channing Decker.
Channing Tatum.
Gresham was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Blackwood.
Blackwood, he had a good showing.
Yeah, that's a great guy. I used to see him on the road a lot, traveling to Canada and northern, like Greektown Wrestling. That's the place we wrestled before, and Empire State Wrestling up in New York. So I see him around a lot. You know, real good guy, real technical, and really great at the craft.
Nice.
So just to do a quick rundown here, he faced Hammerstein in the first round, and I thought he was gonna do the right thing and shake your hand and walked away, and then he attacked you.
Attacked me, threw me through a freaking post.
And then next round, it's Channing Decker and you.
Yeah.
Another good matchup there.
And he's crazy. Guy's crazy.
And then in the finals there, you had Anthony Katina? Is that how you pronounce his last name?
Katina, yeah.
Katina. Boy, he gets a lot of heat, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's he gets under your skin, don't he?
Yep.
Yeah, he gets under your skin. He talks a lot. He's a talker.
So, well, not to go back on myself here. So, I guess before the tournament started, your tag partner said that he was going to cash in the reset button on whoever was going to win, and I thought, man, I hope this isn't going to happen. So,
yeah,
in the finals match, you beat Katina there, and here comes Gannon. I was like, no.
Well, you word for me.
But he did the right thing, and set up matchup for IWC winner takes all.
Right, November 4th.
Yeah. So have you guys
brother versus brother, right?
Yeah.
So have you guys ever had a one-on-one match with each other, or is this the first time?
This is the first time as TME that we've ever had a match of this magnitude. This is like it's kind of a nerve-wracking match for me. Because like we go up and down this road so much together, 6 years of being a tag team, 6 IWC tag champions, numerous other places. And it's like, all right, now we're going to wrestle. And I think it's now dawning on me, like it's past like a couple of days. I'm like, wow, we did all this not really building up to this moment, but it's been like building up to something, and it's just interesting. It's kind of like interesting that it comes to a match for the Super Indy title, because we wouldn't have, there's no other way to put this together. Like, we wouldn't have guessed this in a million years coming from PWX that we would be able to be at this point where we're going to wrestle each other for a Super Indy title. So it's one of those matches, one of those things that, like, it's weird, it's nerve-wracking, and I kind of just want to get it over, kind of just want to do it, because it's a lot of feelings involved, a lot of emotions, a lot of stuff, because we talk every day, It's not a day that goes by that I don't hear from them, you know what I mean? So you put all that together, and it's like we're going to have a match, for the belt. So it's like it's big, So we hopefully everyone enjoys it, because it's not going to happen again.
Huge. It's huge.
I think the crowd's gonna be hot for that one.
Yeah, this is a one and done.
So do you have any goals like for it within the next 2 years? You seem like a goal oriented guy.
That's a good question, man. I haven't, to be honest with you, inside wrestling, I don't have any goals. My goals are all outside of wrestling. Kind of like bigger than just goals. They're like lifelong things to set my daughter up for success in the long run. So I have goals outside of wrestling and outside of just everyday stuff that I'm trying to accomplish. So inside wrestling, I would say there's a lot of short-term goals. Right now I'm focused on November 4th. The goal is to have the best match they've ever seen in that building. Period. I'm putting a lot of pressure on me and Gannon Jones Jr. to do that, and I think TME, the main event, should be able to accomplish that type of feat, or we shouldn't be out there. So those short-term goals. Long-term goals in wrestling, I don't have any, because right now my goal is just to have fun every time I come out. For me, it's one of those things like it's a mental break for the day. I just get to go out and have a great time, enjoy myself, and don't worry about things that I can't control. I already do that enough.
Right. Hey, going back to Super Indy, Duke, I forgot. So, what did you think when you first saw Reese's daughter holding up the sign that said, "Win this for your daughter," Duke? What was your first thought when you saw that?
My first thought was like, how did I not see this before? How did I not see that sign before? Huh?
I'll tell you why. Because during the match, we had so when we sat down, there was probably 8 seats there, and a whole clan of guys come in, and they had, I'm assuming they went to Dollar General and got those books that you can write stuff on and stuff. So I made a comment. I think the pre-show match, I made a comment and they laughed at it, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's funny. Here, have this book and have this marker and write funny stuff on it." And I wrote, I was Tony Khan's Coke dealer and blah 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 on it. So my daughter grabbed it during the last match, and she's like, I should win this for your wife. And I was like, no, don't do that. No. She's like, well, what about his daughter? Because she follows you on Instagram or something.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, he'll like that. And after the match, and I was like, go over there. I'm sure he'll see you. And lo and behold.
Yeah, definitely did. So like when I seen it, I was like, wow, that's amazing. If you step back, like I had to step back from wrestling, right? So I had to step back. I look at the whole thing. I get the chance to actually be a fan now and look at the whole scope of what wrestling is, right? And if you think about it, we're out there entertaining, yes, but we're also out there bringing people into our world, and also and bringing people into also kind of like our family life, so to speak. People get to see us all over social media and all that type of stuff. And then you look at it also like a lot of these people I've seen, a lot of people from wrestling, a lot of fans I've seen grow up, you know, from 5 years old to 12, from 10 to 17, you know. So it's like you become accustomed to seeing certain people all the time, right? So now I'm outside and I'm thinking like, man, when I get back, you know, I want to do everything I can to just give back to those people that come out and pay their hard money, and when they don't have to, you know, they could have went to the movies, they could have went to Kennywood or whatever, you know, or just stay home and decided to come out here and watch us do this for them. And when I saw that, it all came back to me. I was like, man, that's why I do this, you know. And it was just refreshing because it was like, okay, I do this for you guys, but you guys don't know what you do for me. And that sign was one of the things I was like, man, this is important. You know, that's why, you know, try to get a good camera shot of it and get a picture and make sure I signed it right while it was done.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for that, Chi.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
That's in her room.
Yeah, good. Awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's very cool. Do you have any advice or regrets of the business? You know, anybody that wants to get into the wrestling business, any advice?
I would say my only regret is that I took so long getting in, waited so long, I believe. But I think I appreciate it more at this age than I would if I was a 20-year-old getting into it. Because 20-year-old, your brain is not fully developed. But at my age now, I appreciate everything I've done. You know, every single thing. You know, I remember it like it was yesterday. I never wrote everything down, but I got it in my mind. Know exactly what everything we did. So, like, advice, I would say, man, watch every bit of wrestling you can from everywhere. Don't just, if you get into this game, don't just say, I'm going to be this guy. Like, no, you never know. In 2 years, you may not want to be that guy. You know, watch everything you can to develop who you want to be and to continue being a student. And also, if you don't train or work out, try to make sure that if you never train or work out, get a trainer early and just stay on some type of regimen for your body, because this game is going to break you down. This business, like the ring is unforgiving. Those bumps are unforgiving. You know, those chair shots, those everything. It just adds up. You know, you're one bump away from never doing this again. So I would say take care of your body for sure. That would be my advice. And just have fun, you know. I remember I got in this and I was like I was trying to be perfect, you know. I was trying to be, you know, the best we could be, but like trying to be perfect. And I'm like, now I look at it like, man, I just want to go out there and have a good time.
Donnie Fulmer says, well said, Duke.
I appreciate that, Don.
One more wrestling question. So
That's
what
one?
well, unless they got something for you.
No, you go ahead, man. Let's mess with you.
What came first, the appearance with AEW or the WWE tryout?
The WWE tryout. That was 2019. We tried out with them in December 2019. So that was first.
Did you have a dark match?
With WWE, yeah. So we had what they call practice matches. And it's so dope, man. It's like, let me explain. Like, all right, so let me explain a week for you. So we go out there, and it's basically almost like a week. It's really like 3 days, but they're 2 a day. So basically 2 times 3, what's that? 6. It feels like a week. All right? It feels like an eternity when you're in it. Because it's two a days. I'm not even sure they still do it like that anymore. But man, it felt like Prince Albert, Matthew Bloom, Coach Bloom. It felt like he was like he took a liking to us early. You know, I felt like he took a liking to us. And I always appreciate that. You know, even though I didn't get the check, I didn't get signed and all that. But that's cool. Like, at the same time, we're still out here doing our thing. But it was tough. It was hard. It was grueling, man. It was everything. It was like boot camp. It was wrestling boot camp. So first of all, you want to do this, right? You want to do this. So you get to do a promo in front of William Regal, Coach Smiley, Coach Bloom. I think Priest was Damian Priest was there. All these people, man, just in this room, you know, great minds, you know. And it was just one of those things like you'll never forget. And it was grueling, brother. It was hard. It was like I lost a toenail. You know what I mean? People was like really I lost a toenail. The last day, my toenail was all black because it's been bleeding, and the blood has turned black, right? And I was like, I can't do anything about it. You know, I still got to do this. But yeah, everyone had a practice. It's called like a trial match. Gannon had one. I did too. And man, it was awesome, man.
Who did you face?
I can't remember the guy's name, to be honest with you. He was a big guy,
Okay.
real big guy. But I can't remember, man. I can't remember his name for saving my life. But I was first, which I love going first. Everyone's like, oh, you know, curtain jerker and pre-match and all this stuff. I'm like, man, I like the first match out because you get to set the tone.
Yeah.
And we did pretty good, man. We did pretty good. We didn't go over our time. We went to exactly 5 minutes because it's only 5-minute matches.
Oh, wow.
I think we didn't do any crazy hot spots because we were two bigger guys. And we set the tone, set the table for everyone else. So
how was the AEW experience?
AEW experience is way different than WWE experience, I tell you that. The WWE experience, it was great, it was awesome, more structured, right? But the AEW experience was amazing too, because like I said, like we were watching, because it was during COVID, right? So this is when it was in Jacksonville doing the stadium matches. And it was at Daly's place. And we were watching, man, so many people that we knew go there, and we're like, man, we just want to go just see how it is. And it was a great experience. You get to actually work in front of, you know, like Big Show was there, you know, had Tony Schiavone calling my matches, you know, had Taz calling my matches. Like these are guys you look up to, you know, growing up. And
right.
we struck up a conversation with Big Show. He became a big supporter, you know. We struck up a conversation with a lot of different guys, man. A lot of guys that we just, you know, we just watch, like FTR, you know, every time I see those guys, have a good conversation with them. So good, you know, good people out there. It was more of it was basically like wrestling camp. It was like wrestling camp, man. You just went out there, you either were in the crowd or you were wrestling, and it was like camp, man. It was the best way. I never went to summer camp, but I would think this is what summer camp would feel like. It was cool. Cody was there. It was cool, man. It was like, you know, Jake the Snake. I'm over here talking to Jake the Snake. You know, me and Gano over here talking to Jake the Snake. We're talking to the Big Show at catering. We're talking to Paul White. We're talking to Paul White. We're talking to who we run into? Miro. We're talking to Miro. Like, you know what I mean? We're just talking to Miro. Just hanging out with Miro at catering is, you know, is weird, you know. And he's like giving us pointers, you know.
That's awesome. So Donnie Fulmer says it's teams like Main Event, the Rad Boys, and Money Shot that make me wish I was still tag team wrestling.
Oh yeah, come on back.
There you go, there you go, Donnie.
Come on
He's
back.
calling you out.
You heard it here first.
He's calling you out.
Come on back. I'll wait for you.
Do you know Donnie?
I think I've seen him at a couple shows, yeah.
Okay.
I imagine, I believe.
Good dude.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the wrestling part out. So now we're gonna have a little bit of fun with you.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So, what is your favorite chicken wing flavor?
Chicken wing flavor.
Yep.
Man,
Excuse my dog.
man, chicken wing flavor. Wow. You know what? I really hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. I just messed up. Hold on. My I opened these headphones, but I don't have one. If I would have one, I'm gonna say what is that flavor from? You guys ever been to I'm assuming everybody here is in PA.
Yeah, we're in Johnstown.
Yeah.
Okay. So so you heard of Quaker Steak and Lube then?
Yep.
Yeah.
What is that? Louisiana Liquors?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
my favorite. That is it. Louisiana Liquors. And at Mad Max, it would be Southwest Insane.
Oh,
Hey,
Jay,
somebody
you
wants
like
to say
that?
hi.
Hey,
Hi.
thank you for my sign.
He said thank you for his time.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Jay, that was your favorite flavor at Quaker Steak, wasn't it?
It was absolutely, yeah.
I thought so. Don't I can't remember what I did 5 minutes ago, but I know what wing you ate 13 years ago.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, about what was it like a year and a half ago? Ours closed up.
Yeah, man. I had I was buying the bottles of like the Louisiana Liquors bottles just to put on chicken, and I put it on everything, French fries, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just like it. I think they still sell those. I don't know where though.
John Eagle.
Giant Eagle probably. Yeah, I'm gonna go stock up again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go stock up, get my fill. You know.
There you go. What's your favorite pizza topping?
Pepperoni and bacon.
Oh, okay.
That's a staple in my house, man. That's a staple. Me and my wife, we would get pepperoni and bacon pizza all the time, man. We lived down the street where we used to live at in the city. We lived down the street from a Pizza Hut. So whenever we're not cooking, order a Pizza Hut. You know what I mean? Walk down or drive down like a block, get you some pizza, man. We used to get pepperoni and bacon and garlic knots was our stuff too.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about pickle pizza?
I've never had it. I like pickles.
What? All
I
right.
do like pickles. I never had it. Yeah.
You got to try it. It's my favorite.
Pickle pizza. I tried
Yep.
it. I try anything.
All right. All right.
Larry's the pickle connoisseur.
You like so wait, Larry, so you like what is it? Like the fried pickles then?
Yes.
I love
Yes.
fried pickles, man. I get some when I go to Carriage Inn after the show, that's what I always get. I get chicken tenders, French fries, or I get the fried pickles and French fries. Those are my two things.
Nice.
Those are my two things. So right now I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about the next show. I'm definitely getting fried pickles and French fries.
And don't forget, you gotta try the pickle. You gotta try pickle pizza somewhere.
Yeah, I gotta try that. I gotta find it, man. I don't know people that make it.
Oh man, somebody has to down there. I mean, you got more pizza places than we do.
I
And
do. You know what? I'm gonna look into that, man. I'm gonna get back to you.
All right.
See how that goes.
All right, that's a deal. So, what's your go-to music while you're working out?
I don't. Well, you know what? My go-to music is kind of crazy. I listen to a lot. It's like sometimes I'm in a rap mood and sometimes I'm in an R&B mood. It really depends on what I'm doing. And then sometimes I'm in a like cardio. I just listen to a whole bunch of like upbeat stuff. You know what I mean? Like DJ Khaled is great for cardio. I say Lil Jon and Eastside Boys great for cardio. Great for cardio. But I listen to a lot of like rock music. I listen to a ton of rock music actually. And I don't know any groups' names. Other than like the known ones, you know what I mean? Like everyone knows like the Metallicas and stuff like that. But other than that, I can hear a song somewhere like in a bar or something, like, oh man, I know this song. And I start singing it. And I had to ask him, like, man, who is this? You know what I mean? So I got that Kazam thing on my phone, so I just hold it up and see who it is because I have no idea the names. Because when I tell people I like rock music, they always ask me, they're always like, who's your favorite artist? And I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because that's how I found my interest in music. I was going through a tough time, and I was working out and just looking for this inspiration. And then I ran across that song. It's called "Waking Lions" by Pop Evil, and it just struck a chord with me. And one day I was working out. I'm insane because I can listen to one song for hours, right? So I just put that song on repeat, and I worked out, and I was like, had the best session ever. And I was like, I got my interest music. Here it is. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm gonna use for Super Indy.
Dude, what was the name of that song, man?
The group's called Pop Evil. The song's called "Waking Lions."
Okay.
I play that every day on my way to work.
Yeah, get you going. Get you going.
And then I realize, oh, I'm just going to work. And then I'm
right. Make you think like you're about to do something like you just, about to do something crazy, about to go, I'm about to just sit here and work.
Yeah, that's definitely a good song there.
Get you going, man.
Yeah, for sure. Reese, you sent it to me, and he said you got to hear Duke's new entrance music, and he sent it to me. Yeah, it's really good. Jay, you'll like it.
Yeah. Cool.
So, do you have any hobbies besides wrestling?
Well, a few, man. Like, I'm weird. I don't watch a bunch of TV really, but I like to put together puzzles. I love putting together puzzles. Like one of the favorite things to do. I usually do it with my daughter or something like that. But I'm about to get into it again. Start putting together puzzles and stuff like that. Other thing I like to do, man, is I got this business I just started. This vending machine business. It's like a hobby for me right now. So I'm just trying to get the kinks out of it. But just working on making sure I put the right products in it. So that's right now is one of the hobbies I got. I'm trying to think, man. I love reading. Reading is another hobby. Right now my book bag. In each one of my book bags I have, in each one of my bags, like my gear bag, my work bag, I have a book. For some reason, whenever I pack, say we're going away to Canada, something like that, I always put a book in there because I'm like, if I have downtime, I could get 10 pages done, right? At least. And I'm always like, I don't ever want to be without water and a book because you just know you may be stranded somewhere. So I always got extra water and I always got a book just in case. You know what I mean? It's the weird things to have, and I have a lot of snacks in my bag for some reason. I just forget I have it till my daughter ends up eating them.
Hey, that's what they're good for. Is eating.
Yeah, so those are my hobbies: puzzles, books, and the vending machine business.
Very good. So, how's the vending machine business going?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. It's one of those. It's a slow grind. It's not something that you just get into and it's like, oh, millions of dollars fall for the sky.
Right.
You have to really like learn your clientele, see what they like, what they don't like, and you're just always trying to you're trying to go slow with it. The slower you go, the better, because you get to learn easier instead of just like putting what you like in a vending machine because it never works out because no one's gonna like what you like. So it's like learning what people like. That's like wrestling, Gotta learn gotta listen to the crowd, see what they like, what they don't like, and it takes some time. So I'm into it, man. I love it.
That's awesome. I follow a couple of guys on TikTok that had the vending machine business, and I watch them at night in bed. It's fun. I mean, it's fun to watch.
Interesting.
So speaking of snacks, what's your favorite snack?
Man, gummy bears, anything, but gummy bears, Haribo gummy bears are legit my favorite snack. I love pretzels, Snyder's Hanover pretzels. It's very specific. Snyder Hanover, not the Berlin ones. I hate them. Snyder's Hanover. Who else? What else I like? Ice cream. Big on ice cream. And I've gotten to muffins now. muffins have become a thing right now. Like I go to Sam's Club every now and then, and I found this muffin. It's called like a cinnamon crunch muffin, and it is unbelievable. I put like 3 scoops of ice cream in the middle of it. Sometimes I warm up the muffin, and that's my about to go to bed snack.
Damn, I think all 4 of us are going to be heading to Sam's Club this weekend.
Hey man, go ahead, do it.
I got to make sure I got to make sure I get more insulin first.
oh yeah, it's gonna spike it. It's gonna spike.
Hey, so it's funny you mentioned.
But before we move on, I just want to say, Duke, I apologize for my technical difficulty earlier. It wouldn't be a podcast if I didn't have some fucking issues. So I apologize. And number 2, just quickly, the pretzels from Berlin are not the only reason you need to hate Berlin. Please continue.
No, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, Alex Wright was from there, right? God's Wonder Kid.
God's Wonder Kid.
So that's what I was just getting ready to say. So you said the Hanover pretzels. Well, Reese is from Berlin, PA, where the Snyder's of Berlin is. So
Really?
that's where he's from. Yeah.
Little fun fact there. The factory or whatever you want to call it, the Snyder's.
Yeah.
2 blocks from the high school.
Wow.
And Utz.
Utz. I love Utz.
They bought them.
Oh, okay.
They bought them out.
Didn't they split Snyder's in Berlin and Snyder's in Hanover? It was like one company and then they split, right? Or something like that.
I'm not sure.
I was Googling one night because I was trying to figure out why it's Snyder's in Hanover and then the Snyder's in Berlin. I was trying to figure out what was the beef, you know?
Berlin's like 35-minute drive from Johnstown here.
Oh, okay. I won't ever go there then. I hate their snacks. Passion.
No, you didn't lose anything out of there. You don't need to go out there.
Okay, good.
So who's your favorite NFL team?
Of all the questions, this is the worst one, actually. This is the worst question you could ask me. Because I actually hate my team right now. I hate my team with a passion because I think they make some of the dumbest moves ever. And our name is forever changing. It's
Can
Washington.
we guess?
Yeah, you go ahead. I already said it. Washington.
Oh, yeah,
Commanders.
you said it. Good.
Yeah, the Washington Commanders, man. They piss me off every day. Literally every. Preston Everest hit me up one day. Another wrestler. I just want to name drop people right now. So he hit me up. He was like, "Hey, man, your team has changed their name again. They need to get it together." I just told him, "Man, I don't give a F." Because I'm just like, I'm tired of this team, man. I'm literally, they're aging me. You know, I got grades because of the Washington football team or the Washington Redskins or the Washington Commanders or the Washington, whatever they're calling themselves. They're aging me and they're pissing me off. And I just want the season be over, you know?
Well, I'm sorry that's your team, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. I'm guessing everyone here is a Steelers fan.
Don't swear.
Well, I am.
Yeah, I am too.
Reese, what are you?
Can you see that jersey?
Hold on. My phone is. What is that? That's Minnesota jersey.
Yep.
You're a Minnesota fan.
Yeah.
Okay, because you got some dark years with you too. All right, great. I'm not the only one.
I've stated several times that I'd like members of the Minnesota Vikings to be my pallbearers so they can let me down one more time.
They may not even show up.
Exactly.
They may not even show up like my team does. They never show up.
So, Duke, is there anything that you want to plug? Is there anything that you want to say? I mean, the mic's all yours, whatever you want.
Man, you want me to talk again? So, yeah, man, just this is the show. You know, November 4th. Is IWC's Winner Take All at Mark's court time. Listen, this is the match. You know, I'm not gonna say it's the match of the year. I'm not gonna put that on it, but this is the match. It's Gannon Jones Jr. versus Duke Davis for the Super Indy title. And I don't know if you're a wrestling fan in the Western PA area, I don't know why you wouldn't be there. There's no reason for you not to be there. We have a great card already. It's got some great competitors on the card, and we got other stuff that's coming up. You know, there's always surprises. I don't know why you wouldn't be there. So November 4th, get your tickets. You go to iwcwrestling.com, get your tickets, come out. And if you want, follow me on Twitter or Instagram. It's at Duke Davis TME. That's DUKE DAVIS TME. Everywhere. So that's it. That's all I really wanted to plug. And you know what, man? Thank you guys for having me on.
Awesome. So we got one more thing for you. How about doing a 15 to 30-second promo about being on Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk podcast?
30-minute promo about being on Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk podcast.
Yep.
That's a long name. Let me try it again. Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk podcast.
Yep. You got it.
Pro Wrestling. What you want me to say? You got anything you want me to say?
Nope. What from the heart.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the full screen.
All right, you'll give me the full screen. All right, cool.
All right.
Great. All right. Listen, these guys are great. You need to make sure you check out Striker, Reese, and Jay on Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk podcast. All right. Don't just listen to me and take my word for it. Actually do it and check them out because they're great guys and they also love wrestling, and you should too.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Very cool. Reese, you good? Can you hear?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It sounded like we lost you there, somebody, for a second. Well, Duke, pleasure was all ours having you on. We can't hear Duke.
Difficulties. Your earbuds turn on or anything?
Yeah, we can't hear you. I shouldn't have took them off.
No earphones.
Huh. Yeah, we can't hear you for some reason. What'd you do, Jay? Did you sabotage him?
I may have. Yeah, I may have.
We'll give him a second, see if he can figure it out.
Hold on. Can't hear.
He can't hear, and we can't hear him. Let's see.
Try full screen it and take them back out, maybe. Leave the studio and then bring them back in.
I did. And then we lost him. We lost it. Oh, there he is. Yeah, we still can't hear him. That's weird. I should have took him off. Huh. Well, anyway, Duke's having some technical difficulties, unfortunately, but we just if he can hear us, you know, we appreciate him taking time out and coming on the podcast. And you know, that was a pretty entertaining interview, you know, with him. And the thing that still make me rub my head is he says he's 40 years old. He doesn't look a day over 28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phenomenal shape.
Oh my God, he's a beast, man. Or metahuman. You know, I mean, freaking. So he played football in college. His mom gave him 3 choices, and thank God he chose wrestling, or we wouldn't have TME, and all the great matches that we saw with them. But that is it.
No matter what division college you played, if you started playing college football, if you were a starter, that's a hell of a thing. Not a lot of guys can say that.
Hell no. And then now he's one of the biggest names in indie wrestling. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
He's. I mean, Jay, the first time we saw them wrestle was the after COVID show at Imagine.
Yeah.
And it was outside. You remember? We're like, who in the hell are these guys? Like,
yeah,
Reese, you wasn't there. We never saw them before. Never heard of them.
I went to the month after.
Yeah, and it was crazy. Like,
yeah, they came out, and I was like, holy shit, some big boys.
Yeah, those big boys like that are not meant to move like the way they do, and they move like it's nothing. It's nothing. They're amazing. They're amazing. But that's it, guys. For what, Reese?
Before you end it, did you know TME wasn't, or the main event wasn't their original? You can bring him back on.
Yeah, I can hear now.
Oh, there we go. We got him. Sorry about that.
What I was gonna say was main event wasn't their first name.
Oh, really?
Nope. The first name was Locked and Loaded.
Oh, okay. I never knew that.
Yeah, we had to change it because there was a lot of school shootings and during that time when we was wrestling at a school. And Brandon Cade asked us, do you think you guys want to, can we use a different name instead of Locked and Loaded? Because it's kind of funny. And because that wasn't the reason why we named ourselves that. But yeah, we end up, because Gannon will always say at the end of promos, welcome to the main event. And it just stuck, and he was like, yo, we were thinking about changing it anyway. How about we just use the main event? And we use it ever since then.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard me talking a few minutes ago, but me and Jay went to the Imagine show, the first Imagine show after COVID was lifted. And that's where we first saw you wrestle. And we're like, who the fuck are these guys? Like, we never heard of you or seen you before. And for both you and Gannon to move the way Yins do, there's no way big men are supposed to move that way.
Yeah, people say it all the time.
So, but yeah, we appreciate you coming on, Duke, and spending time with us and taking time out of your night, and we appreciate it.
No problem, guys, man. Like I said, man, thanks for having me on. I hope I was some type of service for you guys, and hey, man, see you on November 4th.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate it. All right, guys. So there you have it. Duke Davis of the main event and the Super Indy Champion. So make sure you go see him November 4th. Reese, keep cutting me off, goddammit. Stop it. Look, there's the champ with the belt. There it is. But anyway, Jay, you got anything to say?
Nah, man. Just Duke, thank you for coming on, man, and best of luck to you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Very cool. All right, guys. Well, that is it for Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. As always, we are the well, I can't say the number one podcast anymore because there's probably hundreds of them that are out there better than us. But anyway, in our minds, we're the best goddamn wrestling podcast in the whole wide world. All right. So, and if you ain't down with that, I got something for you.
Go fuck yourself.
Championship.